We're back on the porch again. It's episode number 11 of Beyond Medicine, Natural Health Empowerment, and we're back on the topic of cancer. Dr. Sebring discusses the natural approach to fighting and defeating cancer in this second of a three-part series, Winning the Battle with Cancer. Let's join the conversation. What can be done to well, you already talked about it to a little degree, but let's go into it a little bit more broader. What we can actually do to help boost our immune system. You mentioned nutrition, and are there supplements and things? What would you say that would be the best approach in those regards?
Well, something I alluded to earlier was we can help cancer cells betray themselves as cancerous. Okay, so let me put that into more concrete terms. What you can do is to provide, one of the ways you do that is give them the sugars they need. Now, these are very specialty sugars that only are found basically in vine-ripened vegetables and tree-ripened fruit. Well, who gets that? These are sugars that are produced at the last moment before these plants are picked. And normally modern, you know, the grocery store, they've been picked long before they got to that stage, and then they apparently don't develop them to any large degree. So those sugars, the body will take them and stick them through the cell membrane of all of our cells, and our immune system reads these sugars. We call that a fuzzy coat. That's what we thought was before we knew what they were. Now that we know these sugars that actually help the immune system to detect it, they're signalers. A cancer cell is a cell that has moved towards the fetal stage or back towards the original egg stage. It's lost its specificity. Okay, it's not just this particular cell in this tissue performing this function. It becomes a more generalized cell. And as these fetal sugars begin to develop, these sugars sticking out on the fuzzy coat, then the body sees it. So, oh, that's fetal, that's bad, and it goes to kill it. The immune system finds that. And so if you provide the body with these sugars, here in Wimberley, I tell my patients go to Fredericksburg when the Fredericksburg peaches, you know, where the Stonewall peaches are available, and eat those. Eat a lot of them, because you're going to get a lot of those sugars.
This area is famous for peaches. So.
Yeah, they're fantastic.
Making me drool.
Yeah, I know. But you do get to have that advantage here where you can go do that. So you get those. Even if you pick them and freeze them, those sugars are preserved, but when you pick them at their peak. Now, I do want to say that all cancer cells, and this is really key, and I have no idea why modern medicine does not key in on this, that all cancer cells are what we call obligate glucose eaters. They have to have glucose. They have to have sugar. So if you're diabetic and your sugars aren't well controlled, your cancer has a tremendous advantage over the rest of your body in that battle there. So you really want to keep your sugars low. Protein, high protein, is another wonderful way. It keeps the immune system strong. It also is a source of calories that are not sugar, and the body can use that as energy. If you start your day with a major source of protein, then what happens is the liver will take that protein and turn it into sugar for you in a time-released fashion at a very nice level that handicaps the cancer cells. So they don't get all the sugar they want. They're very voracious eaters. They have a very inefficient metabolism. They don't get much energy out of a glucose molecule, a sugar molecule. So they have to eat lots of it. And that's why when the cancer starts to grow, people lose weight, even though they're eating. So you can prevent that by eating lots of protein. It keeps the immune system strong, keeps the muscles there, keeps the good metabolism going on, and yet you don't let your sugars go up, because the liver then is controlling your sugars, not your appetite with the carbs and the pancreas.
I see.
I hope that makes sense.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. So in other words, sugars won't, the liver won't allow sugars to go up because it won't put out sugar after that. It keeps it at a steady, nice, healthy, low level, at a good functioning level, and that handicaps the cancer cells.
And there's quite a bit of difference between refined sugar and sugar you're talking about in natural fruit, right? Is that true or not?
There is a lot, but of differences. Because there comes with pulp and things like that decrease their absorption into the body at a much slower rate.
It's kind of all about how it's released into the body.
Yeah, if you just had a quarter cup of sugar and you did that, then then or drink a Coca-Cola, which is virtually identical, then the sugar goes really high really fast.
Right.
And those cancer cells are going to see that and take it up faster than all the other cells, so they got most of that. Okay, and they're ready to grow it now.
I see.
And so you don't want that going up like that.
We're kind of getting to the end of this episode, but can we say there's a cure for cancer?
Well,
a loaded question.
I'm not sure I want to make that sort of a claim, but I tell you what, your best chance is to get your body's own system going. And if modern medicine has a good answer, go with it. But make them tell you what your statistics are, what the chances are. And even then, you're an individual. So if you want to improve those statistics and your chances, you need to use both. Alternative medicine, good nutrition, help the body get into the fight again. And then if the oncologist has good methods, if he can give you a 100% cure or close to that, I'd certainly go with it. If he can give you a 10% cure, I'm not sure I'd go there at all, because he's going to beat your body to pieces with the chemotherapy and the radiation.
Yeah,
you see what I mean?
I do.
Now I have a situation where a fellow, we were holding our own with his cancer, wasn't going anywhere, and I said, okay, now's the time to spot weld these places where we know it is. And we did that with localized radiation. So all these can be tailored, and only when the person is taking over their own care and understand it. In 3 months of being on the internet, they may know more about this cancer than their oncologist if they do that. And that is healing in and of itself.
And that's pretty much the whole point, really, is for them to take charge of their healing with advice, but for them to stand on their own 2 feet.
Not everyone's willing to do that, but this is advice for those who are. And they can really become their own hero. There's nothing more healing than that. There's nothing more boosting to the immune system than that.
You've been watching Beyond Medicine, Natural Health Empowerment. If you would like more information, contact the Sebring Clinic at 512-847-5618 or visit us on the web at sebringclinic.com.